The next time your husband, boyfriend, son, whatever, reaches for the video game console, you might want to go ahead and let him play. There's a new study that found that men use video games more than anything else to help to cope with stress. But the question is, does it help? Joining us today, mental health counselor Shantala Boss. Always good to see you.
Good morning.
Good to have you here. I'm not sure if it reduces stress in men. I know it increases stress in women. I can tell you that right now. Get off the video game system. You're making me crazy.
Well, in that way, yes. But actually, women are only like 5% lower than men in using video games to help reduce stress.
Is that right?
Yes, studies have come out that women use it quite a bit. You know, like Candy Crush, things on their phone.
Oh, I gotcha.
Maybe not really, you know, the whole gaming system, but there's other simple forms of video games that people use all the time.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Are you on board with this study? Do you think that men use video games to relieve stress?
I think that men and women use video games to relieve stress, and I think it can be a positive because it takes you out of your everyday life and kind of puts you in a different situation where you can disconnect.
This is true.
You know?
Now, does it have to be, you know, golf or playing football? Are there different video games? Because if you're playing, you know, Grand Theft Auto, I would imagine that's more stress-inducing.
You know, studies say that actually aggressive games actually can reduce stress. The problem with that is that people will lack impulse control in everyday life, which can cause stress in some situations because they don't know how to control their impulses, and they can also look at the world in a more negative light, which can make them become more aggressive in everyday interactions.
I'll also say this, that in some video games you're empowered in ways that you are not in real life. Like you can be a god in a video game, whereas in real life you lose all of that, and that might cause you some stress, or at least make you depressed when you get out in the real world.
Right.
And people feel like they have to be
to normal.
Yeah. I can't fly anymore. What's going on with that? So wouldn't that be stress-inducing?
That could be, but I think most people are able to disconnect, and just like when we watch TV or fantasy, you know, just kind of be in a different world. It's usually good to have a simple video game, one that's not super involved. There's MMOs where there are lots of people are involved.
Multiplayer games is
I don't really know the terminology with this, like you probably would. So that's kind of like stressful, right? Because you've got all these different players, and I've actually heard from clients that they've gotten treated rudely, or people will call people names, and since you're not face-to-face, sometimes people are disrespectful.
It's an ugly little environment out there among multiplayer, as I've heard. I don't play them, but I have heard. They also, they'll come out with a study and say, red wine is great for you, but only in moderation. I would imagine that's the same thing here.
Well, everything overdone can be obsessive and cause problems in our day-to-day life, but I say, you know, if chasing a zombie will help you not kick the dog when you get home or yell at your boss, why not?
I think that's really great advice. I will tell you, because there are times, you know, when you wake up, you look around and you're just trying to get to that next level, and you look around, the sun's coming up. Oh man, I've been here for way too many hours. You know what I'm saying?
Moderation.
Moderation is always the key.
Exactly.
Shantala, how can people get in touch with you? Because your expertise goes far beyond video games.
It does, actually. My website is shantalaboss.com. Best way to reach me.
All right. Always good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in.